I'm gonna give you an engine low to the ground, extra big oil pans will cut the wind from underneath you. 30 to 40 more horsepower. I'm gonna give you a fuel line that will hold an extra gallon of gas. I'm gonna shave half an inch off you and shape you like a bullet. You're gonna be ready to go out on that racetrack. You hear me?
Hi guys, this is Bill from Spencer1984.com with a new project on the bench, the Days of Thunder Chevy Lumina. Now, Monogram released 3 variations of this kit, and they're all the same except for the molded color and the decals that come in them. So, taking a look at the first of them, the Hardy's car is molded in orange, and it's got some pretty decent product photos on the side. Going around to the other side, we got a little marketing blurb, mentions the movie, but mostly talks about the kit, kind of the same thing that you'd see on a lot of these. And next up is the Mellow Yellow, number 51. This one is molded in black, and you can see it's got basically the same product photos. And on the other side, it's the same general layout, but they've got a little bit of a different paragraph. And since this is one of Cole Trickle's cars, it mentions him specifically. And then finally, the subject of this video, the City Chevrolet number 46. And this one is molded in yellow, has, again, basically the same product photos on the one side, and the other side matches the Mellow Yellow. Taking a look inside the box, this is all going to look really familiar to anybody that's built a Monogram stock car. We've got basic instructions, and they're exactly what you'd expect. You've got your paint guide, you've got your exploded diagrams. I think these were the first Lumina kits that Monogram released, but really they're based on the same stock car kits that they've had in their stable for a while. And taking a look at some of the parts, first up, we've got what was the all-new tooling for the Lumina body. And because this was brand new at the time, looks pretty sharp. Hasn't been any mold degradation in it. Lines look nice and sharp. It's got the back dash molded as part of the body, which they changed that in later kits. And this was in the days right after roof rails, but before flaps had been added. Now, I did go through and rebag some of the parts that were in this kit, just to keep everything safe. The tires are the standard old Goodyears, where they've got the lettering molded into the sidewall. And the other side is completely smooth, so that we can put decals on these if we want to. And next up is the glass. Got the windshield, which does not have any bracing molded onto it, just the clips. The rear window, which does have 2 braces. And side windows over here. And all of them have the frosted edges, so you know where to paint. And next up is the chrome tree. And this has the standard 9-hole wheels, completely filled in. They're not open on this kit. It's got some valve covers. Unusual that the heads are chrome plated in this kit. That's something I hadn't seen before or since. Some more engine parts, the grills, and the hood and trunk pins. Generally, this looks pretty clean. And now getting into the molded parts. First up is the chassis pan. And again, this is pretty standard Monogram stock car fare, but doesn't mean it doesn't look good. The casting actually looks nice and sharp. Pretty good overall. And up here is the first of the roll cage, and you can see they've started to add some padding to it. And got the main suspension member. Take a look at the bottom of it. Again, looks pretty decent. And no real flash to speak of, at least not yet. We've got the front bumper, and that's got a cast-in Lumina across the bottom. A little slot there for the lower grille. And next up are the sides of the roll cage. And again, you can see they've started to add the padding to it. And over here, got the first of the ducts, as well as one of the exhaust headers. It's funny, this was actually kind of a big deal at the time, because before this, you had to make your own roll cage padding, either with tape or shrink tubing or something like that. And next up, we've got a bit more of the cage. Got the other exhaust header. Got a bit more ducting. And got the rear bumper, which had a conversation with a friend recently of, yep, they did include license plate cutouts even on NASCAR cars at the time. And next up, we've got the two engine halves. And oddly enough, this right here is the only flash in the kit, and it's on the tree, not the part. We've got two axles, the dashboard, and credit where due, decals are pretty much always going to be better for gauges, but these do look really sharp. We've got the shocks, the steering, pedals, exhaust pipes, got the rear differential cover and the pump. And we've got the belts, steering, springs, some more suspension components, and you get your pre-wired distributor, sort of. And last up for parts trees, got the hood. It's got the divots in it for the pins. The fuel cell, hoses, dashboard, firewall. Yeah, that's got the master cylinders and other details included on it. Not too bad. Over here, got the wheels, which they do have the brake discs cast into them. I always thought that was kind of a weird way of doing it, but that's what they did, and it doesn't look too bad. And that'll do it for the parts. As I put this together, I'm going to stay pretty much box stock with it. If I modify anything, it'll be just a couple of details here and there. I'm not planning any major modifications or super detailing on it. Really just want to try to get it together and get it clean. Now, all that said, there is one change that I'm definitely going to be doing. And that's because these are the decals that come in the kit. Now, they're not terrible. They are the officially licensed, although odd that they don't mention the movie in here. But they look okay. Not brilliant. The worst part of it is that for some reason there's all this schmutz stuck to it. But Power Slide makes a much better set. I mean, you can just see they're sharper, they're brighter, and they've got all the contingency sponsors. Just taking a close look at it, you can see this is just really nice work. Just all across the board. These are so much better than the ones that come in the kit. Like, even the tiniest lettering is still nice and sharp on these. It's just way beyond what could be done in 1990. So, that is everything for the Days of Thunder Lumina. And like I said, I'm not going to go crazy doing a whole lot of extra custom work to it, but I do want to take my time and get it as right as I can. So I'm going to be starting in on the engine and chassis in the next couple days. I will have another update for you all next week, so you can check back then, and thanks for watching.